Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Dark Knight Reviews, and today we're actually going to be doing a review of a brand new figure. And of course, I'm talking about Wonder Woman with the Helmet of Fate. Now, this figure I got over the weekend, basically was delivered by Target. I had to pre-order it, and I was amazed that I actually got there really quick because I think it's not even in the store yet. So, or maybe it is. I didn't see it when I did a toy hunt, and I didn't see it in the store yet. So maybe it's still on the way to the stores. Now, this one over here is basically the figure that we're going to be doing a review primarily. But of course, I have a couple more Wonder Womans that I want to do a review of. But I think the one that I'm going to do a review by itself is going to be Wonder Woman from Dead Metal. Now, I'm bringing this three figures over here just to do a comparison. So that way you guys can look at all the different figures that have come out for Wonder Woman. Of course, I'm not including the ones from the movie or the live action movies, because that one I'm going to be doing a review of Gal Gadot Wonder Woman with the rest of the cast of Justice League from Zack Snyder's. By the way, I watched the Zack Snyder's Justice League cut, and it's just awesome. It makes a lot more sense now. I mean, it's a 4 hours movie, but it makes a lot of sense now. So anyway, but before we do that, I just want to ask a really tiny favor, which is actually subscribe to the channel. And now you can actually just hit that little subscribe button in here, which is just the logo of YouTube. And you can actually just click it at any time, and that will make you subscribe. Now, just a really small suggestion from your part. It's only take about probably 5 seconds, but it helps me to grow the channel, and also motivates me to bring you more content every week for your entertainment. So let's start with the review of Wonder Woman Helmet of Fate. All right, cool. So here we have Wonder Woman Helmet of Fate out of the package, and let's look at the package real quick so that way we can see all the basically this one is not an artwork, it's just a picture of the figure itself, Photoshop in there, so it looks pretty nice. As you can see, it's very posable. Here's all the different type of collectibles figures that comes with this wave. We have Flash, Injustice 2, we have the Gorilla Groot, and then we have Bizarro, Green Lantern, and Nightwing. So you've probably seen these ones already in the stores. Most of them, they already came out. I think this one just came out with this figure too. So there you go. Now Batman, this one is Last Night on Earth, and we have it over here too. So it looks pretty cool. Wonder Woman with the Helmet of Fate. Now, whoa, sorry, Wonder Woman. Didn't mean to. Just happens when we do sometimes these videos. Somebody asked me about this, so there you go. Just for help. Hopefully that helps you to find this figure on the Target or any of the apps that you can find these figures on the stores. So let's look at that figure itself. Now I do have it posted with their little stand because it's a really hard to make it a stand on of course now she does, because when I was trying to make it a stand on her own, she didn't want to do it. Now it's like, that's how it is. Anyway, let's look at the figure itself. So it's really nice figure. Now this one is a repaint of Wonder Woman Amazonic with the mohawk. So basically it's just a repaint. The only thing they did is just add the helmet on it, and of course they make a few changes there, a few little improvements in there on the paint itself, but overall is basically the same mold, including the cape is just the same. The sword, as you can see in here, we're gonna put this one over here, and let's look at the sword really quick. As you can see, it's basically the same type of sword as the previous figure, as I mentioned before. So nothing new as far as this figure, at least not on the repaint. And of course comes with the little stand, because if you want to make it in positions, the different poses, you do want to need the little stand in there, just because her feet are really small. I mean, the way the boots are made, or not made, but just the design of the boots basically is making it hard for her to stand up in different positions without falling down. Now let's look at really quick at the colors itself. So this is a really light blue. Now let me bring the other figure, that way you can actually see what I'm talking about. Now here we have Wonder Woman, the same type of Wonder Woman, basically is just a different figure on the color side. Now as you can see in there, basically the same thing. Let's remove the sword. That way we can have a better look at everything around. And like I said before, this is basically a repaint of this figure over here. As you can see in there, it's basically the same type of mold. The only difference is that now everything is gold, and it has a lighter blue tone on it, on her skirt. And as far as the red goes, it's the same type of red on the breast area, so it's the same one basically. This one's over here, bracelets on the arms, just different color, more gold looking. Same thing with the knee pads, as you can see in there. So the only improvement that they did is basically this time they actually did painted the red part over here on the boots, instead of just left it in there on the pink color or light color or the skin color tone. So that's the only difference on that. So basically, yeah, everything else is the same, as you can see in there. Even the cape is still the same. The cape doesn't have any changes. Now this one over here, as you can see in there, basically they just put the helmet on it, but it's the same type of head sculpt, as you can see in there in the back. Now I'm not gonna remove the helmet out of the head sculpt, because I just don't want to damage my figures. But if you can kind of see inside in there, they didn't really paint the eyes, so they just left them white. Compared to this one over here, they actually light blue. And then of course the big difference between this one over here is just the forearm protectors in there. I forgot the name of them, but basically, yeah, I mean, silver compared to gold. Now this one, it does match out better with the color compared to this one that has a different type of tones and different type of colors. So I do prefer this one over here. Now with the helmet, you can kind of make it like a warrior or gone to battle type of a figure, you could say. You can kind of build army if you really want to, but I don't know if you really want to buy several figures of Wonder Woman with this one over here. I mean, it looks good. It's a nice figure, very poseable, like I said before. As far as the articulation, you can actually move it very good. You can see in there, the forearms is a ball joint in there. I'm sorry, it's little pinks in there. Basically, that's what holds this figure in place. You can move the arms. Very nice looking. On the wrist, you can actually do a lot of stuff with it. Yeah, you can has that closed fist in there. This one is for the sword. The head, you can kind of move the head all the way around, so it doesn't have any problems with that. The legs, you can actually move it. It takes a little bit, work, but you can actually move it. Now, as far as the leg, that's the most it goes, so, as you can see in there. And it's a ball joint on the feet, and of course the toes move. So, and the knees, that's the farthest it can go. So yeah, you can have it in different positions, but unfortunately the leg doesn't go all the way up. That's the farthest it goes on the leg side. Same thing with the other leg. Basically it's just doesn't have a lot of a movement beyond this point over here on the leg. Now the waist, it can be moved, which is just torso, upper torso is movable, not the waist itself, as you can see in there. So if they have a horse, actually you can actually post this really nice on a horse, riding a horse, just an imagination mine. But yeah, it's very, very, or you can do it, with a little holding stand. You can actually make it a jump, have it a jumping, going with the sword. So that looks pretty cool. Now, as far as the sword goes, let's look at the sword really quick. They're basically the same thing. The only thing is just the color, as you can see in there. It's a flexible plastic, so there you go. So that's about it with this figure. Not much to it. Now, compared to my favorite figure out of all these Wonder Woman's is, of course, with the Death Metal, which to me is just, it's a way, way better looking figure compared to this one over here. Obviously, it's a different type of a figure, different mold. I don't think it's the same mold. It's just Not the same. Not the same at all. Obviously, this one, to me, this one is more like the one Flashpoint, the Wonder Woman Flashpoint, which she was in love with Aquaman and she got betrayed, and she became all, vengeful, and she wanted to destroy Atlantis with all his Atlanteans. So there you go. Now the sword is actually Robin's sword, but I just borrowed it because it just looks better on her. Anyway, so let's look at our figure itself. Now, we're gonna do a little poses in there, and that's about it on this figure. Not much to it, unfortunately. Doesn't have anything else beyond that. The shoulders, that's the farthest you can go with the shoulders, unfortunately, because of the cape. As you can see in there, it's just attaching there. But everything else is the same as the prior figure, so not much to it. But the helmet is pretty nice. I do like the helmet, and I hope you guys got the pre-order for Dr. Fate. I'm not sure if it's already sold out. I think I've seen it on Amazon. I'm not sure if they have it on Target or any other stores. They probably have it in Big Bad Toy Store. They usually have them in there. So, but anything else about this figure, is very nice looking. To me, it's very nice looking. Yeah, you could use it as a warrior going into battle with the helmet. But other than that, if you already had the prior figure, I'm talking about this one over here, it's up to you if you actually want to get this one. So let's look at a few poses, and then after that, we are done with this review. Okay, everybody, with this we finish up our review of Wonder Woman with the helmet out face. As you can see, I tried to put it on the same positions, same type of pose, but with that metal one, just because the articulation is different, it's a different mold compared to these two over here. So I tried to put it as much as close as possible on the figure itself, but it didn't really quite work out the same, but it's close enough. So you can see in there the difference between these figures over here. Basically, you decide which one you want to get. If you haven't get this one yet, and you plan to, if you were not able to get this one and you plan to get this one instead, yeah, you could do that. The only difference is that you will get it with the helmet. I personally like it with the helmet, but obviously you don't see the face of Wonder Woman, so then you wouldn't know that it's Wonder Woman. Well, the custom kind of give it away, but you do want to see the face of Wonder Woman because she typically doesn't have a helmet that covers her face. So, but I do not like the helmet. I do not like the mohawk look. It just doesn't go with her. I don't know. I'm kind of used to more the classic look of Wonder Woman, which is kind of like this one over here. Although some people say that it looks like Big Barda, but to me personally, it looks like more the Wonder Woman on Flashpoint, the movie from Warner Brothers. That's kind of like the way I look at her. So anyway, hope you guys liked the video. If you haven't get this figure yet, it's basically on the Target store. You can pre-order it. I'm not sure if they have it at Walmart. Like I say, I pre-ordered it and it's already been delivered, so that means it's probably gonna be out in a few weeks, or if it's not already out at the stores, so you can buy it in the store, so you can buy it online. So just one last thing, don't forget to subscribe. Remember, just that little button in there, you can just click on that one. It only takes about 5 seconds to you're done. So if you're already watching this video, that means you're enjoying the content. So just help me support the channel, and don't forget to give me some thumbs up as well, and leave me in the comments what you guys think about this figure, if you ever get it, if you haven't, if you like it, you don't like it, what's anything that I probably missed on the video, just let me know. And also, before I go, I do want to show you guys this over here, which I forgot to mention it before at the beginning. So it's the same type of description. The only thing is it's just the over here it mentions about the helmet of fate. Basically, that's the only thing that I mentioned here, and then the rest of the bio is just the same thing. Cool. Now I'm all done with that review now. Cool. All right, so I hope to see you on the next review, guys, and hope you enjoyed your day, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a great day. Bye bye.